Okay, so now we're getting ready to get involved with three-dimensional shapes. Before we actually go into volume and surface area, we have to refresh our memories on what the name of these shapes are. So let's get going. Okay, so before we actually get into volume and surface area, you have to be able to see these shapes in its three-dimensional form. Okay, so first off, they call these polyhedron. So whenever you hear the name polyhedron, okay, that you know you're talking about some type of prism. Because you have all these polygons that are put together that make a 3D shape. So refresh your memory on what it means to be an edge, a vertex, the face, and of course, we're not really too worried about diagonal, but you do have to realize how the diagonal is going into a perspective back into space. Okay, it's not 2D anymore. It's connecting your 3D image. Review on what it is to be a triangular prism, triangular pyramid, and rectangular pyramid. So you can look at the bases, okay, and then you can see the bases and why it's called the prism that it's called. So review this page really quick, and then we'll go on to the next page. Okay, so basically 1A and 1B, I just want you to be able to name the figure. Okay, don't worry about the faces and edges and vertices and all that stuff. Okay, so for the 1A, since its shape is a triangle, okay, since its base is a triangle, and it meets at a point, okay, this is going to be a triangular pyramid. And in a triangular pyramid, every single side of a triangular pyramid are triangles, and there's actually 4 triangles. This is a cone because the base is a circle. And even though it doesn't look like a circle right now, it looks like an oval. It's just perspective of 3D drawing. Okay? The next section of our notes is going to be about cross sections. I'm not going to get too heavily into cross sections. I just want to be able to expose you to what cross sections are dealing with 3D images. But today is going to be the only day that we're going to cover it. So I hope you pay good close attention. So if you ever see it in the future, you can remember these notes. They show you the different types of slices that you can have in a 3D object. You have your vertical and your horizontal, and then you have your diagonal slice, which they call an angled slice. So you have to be able to, imagine what it would look like if you were to actually cut these dimensions. So the only way to actually get good with this is with practice. So if we look at number 3, it says the camping tent, they set up the tent, draw a top view, then draw, I'm not really too worried about that. I want you to be able to imagine what a vertical cross section would be. So basically, okay, if you were to just take a big knife and to cut that tent right down the middle, okay, slicing it vertically, you would actually get a triangle once you opened it up. And you have to be able to imagine seeing that, okay? All right, let's move on. For our guided practice, let's name 1 and 2, and then be able to name the shapes that result in the cross sections of 3, 4, and 5. And then do a cross section for a vertical cross, okay, for number 6. Pause this video and try your best, and then resume play when you're ready for the answers. Okay, here are your results. I'm going to go through a quick explanation of each one in case you're confused. The base of number 1 is a rectangle. So that's a rectangular prism. Number 2, the bottom is a triangle, but since it meets at one point, okay, at the top there at vertex T, that's a triangular pyramid. Number 3, because it's crossing at an angle, it's not going to be a square. It's actually going to be a rectangle because it's elongated since it's at an angle. Number 4, if you cross it down the middle, it'll be a triangle, and that is basically what they're doing in number 6. Number 6 is like the exact same shape, kind of, sort of, only the bases are different, but you still get the same cross section. Number 5, they kind of want to trick you on this one, because even though it is a cylinder, because both of the sides are circular, they cut it horizontally. So because they cut it horizontally, it's going to be a rectangle when you open it up. If you were to cut it vertically, then that's when it would have been a circle. Okay, again, pause your screen, go through and answer 7 through 16 to the best of your ability, and then push play when you're ready to resume for the answers. Okay, here are your answers. Just like before, I'm going to run through a quick explanation, so pay attention. Number 7, if you said it was a triangular pyramid, it's not all meeting at one point. Between A, F, B, E, and C, D, they are all vertical. They're not meeting at one point, so therefore it's a triangular prism. For part A, the base is a pentagon, and therefore, since all of the lines are vertical from the base, it's a pentagonal prism. Number 9 is a square pyramid. The base is a square, and it meets at one point, and that vertex is E. 10, rectangular prism. 11, it meets at one vertex, which is A. So therefore, it's going to be a pyramid, and your base is a hexagon. So we call this a hexagonal pyramid. Number 12, it meets at one vertex, so it's going to be a pyramid, and the base, no matter which way you turn it, is a triangle. So triangular pyramid. Cross sections. Okay, so the log is vertically split. Therefore, when you open it up, it's a circle. The can of tomato soup is actually at a diagonal split, so when you open it up, it's an oval. So because it's at an angle, it will look like an oval. Number 15, that is a horizontal split, so when you lift it up, it will be a square. And for number 16, dealing with the rectangular prism, if you cut it at an angle, then it will be a rectangular section. So it would be a rectangle.